because you're believing in something when there's overwhelming evidence to the contrary. So that's where belief and delusion comes now. So if you believe something...
And you're going to get me to the point where I accept that your belief is not delusional, I presume.
Well, if you want to prove my belief is delusional...
I don't have to prove your belief is delusional.
No. If you want to say my belief is delusional, you need to challenge the reasons for my belief.
I didn't need to...
No.
Yeah.
No. You can't call me delusional unless you've shown the reasons why I believe it.
didn't.
No. I'll say it again to you. No, you didn't. I'm just saying you couldn't. Unless you could challenge my reasons for holding it, isn't it?
We're getting to get to the reasons.
Are you tired?
Yeah, so the reasons are this. So why do I believe in a creator?
Go for it.
I'll tell you why I believe in a creator. And again, I'm not trying to convince you of a creator, but I'm just trying to show you.
But I like... Yeah, I'm enjoying the conversation.
You can't say that. All right, I'm going to make you believe in a creator now. All right.
That would be great.
All right. Do you believe everything that begins to exist requires a cause?
No. Necessarily.
Name something.
The universe.
That we know.
Yeah.
We don't know that didn't exist without a cause.
We
What's
don't
your
know
proof?
that there is a cause.
No. So what's your proof then?
Now you said that I believe in something without
Do you know of anything that begins to exist without a cause?
It may not have a cause.
No, do you know of anything? I said no.
No.
You don't know of anything.
That's right.
So everything we know that begins to exist requires a cause.
Yeah.
So we can establish that basic principle.
Within this universe, yeah.
No, of what we know.
Of what we know, which is this universe.
You can't now have special pleading to the
No,
universe.
but it's what we know, yeah.
No, but why are you going to... That's what I'm saying to you. So you can't say everything we know that begins to exist has a cause, but because I don't want to think about a cause of the universe, I'm going to use special pleading now, and I'm going to apply a new
You're not going to
case.
get into free will on this. Go on.
No, what I'm saying to you is this, you can't apply a new standard. Either your standard is that or it's not.
Everything we know...
Everything we know that begins to exist... Everything we know that
Appears
begins
to
to
have a cause.
exist requires a cause.
It appears to be so.
Right. So
Although
do you,
some people will refute that.
now, if someone refutes that, if they don't believe that, I'd like to hear their reasons for that. So, if I ask someone the question, do you believe everything that, or do you know of anything that begins to exist requires a cause, and they say no, then my next question has to be, name something.
Free will.
What are you on about?
A lot of people believe in free will because it seems self-evident.
Well, you have to give me a reason for that.
Because it feels self-evident.
Well, that's just subjective.
I know, of course.
So you can't stand on
Stuff
that.
like that.
Well, no,
I'm not
it's-
standing.
I've not said any.
I don't believe in free will.
I've not said anything
I'm not standing
subjective.
on it.
I've not said
standing
anything subjective. Have I said anything subjective as right now?
You just did. You said that was subjective. The belief in free will. You said it was subjective. That's
No, but I didn't bring that as why I believe what I believe, did I?
No.
I'm not.
I didn't say you did.
Right. So you said everything's subjective, and I said it's not.
I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
What did you say?
I couldn't say it was subjective because that statement is itself
So what did you say then?
objective. I can't remember. You
I
confused
said
me.
that's subjective, and you said everything's subjective. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
All right. Maybe the camera will.
Maybe I
correct
did.
that.
If I did, I apologise.
All right.
That was incorrect.
That's fine. Thank you. So everything I've said so far has been objective, unless of course you could bring something against it. I don't mind you do.
I don't need to bring anything. It's incumbent upon you to prove it, not
No,
me.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'll tell you why it's not.
Not within
I'll
your
tell you
world,
why
but
it's,
within
no, I'll
mine.
tell you why it's not incumbent on me to prove anything, because I'm not trying to prove anything to you.
No, not to me. I'm not saying you have to.
You just did.
No, I'm saying it will be incumbent upon you
No, it's not.
to demonstrate. No, you say.
I'll tell you why it's not incumbent on me.
But
I'll
from
tell you
my
why it's
perspective,
not.
from
No, I'll
my
tell you why it's not an incumbent on me, because I'm not making any claims.
Well, we're not got there yet.
But I haven't made any claims
You
as yet, have
believe in
I?
the creator.
I haven't made any claims yet, have I?
You said you believe in the creator.
That's a statement.
You were gonna
No.
prove it.
If I say I believe in a creator,
Yeah.
first thing, if I say I believe in a creator, that's not a claim, it's a statement. First
It's a
thing.
claim you believe. But yeah.
No, it's a statement.
Yeah, sure. Go for that.
Right. Second thing, I've never once said I'm going to prove God to you.
You just said I'm going to prove the creator. Anyway, don't worry about it.
No, I didn't.
You were joking.
No, I didn't say that either. What I said to you is this, I'm going to show you why you should believe in a creator.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
I'm all ears.
and if you have a counter to it, I'd love to hear it, because to be honest with you, the atheists so far that I've met
I don't need a counter.
melted.
I don't need a counter to it.
All right. Do you believe in the concept of the absolute truth?
I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think so.
Well, do you believe that's absolutely true, what you just said?
Well, you say that's the old paradox.
All right. Well, let's do it the other way then. Do you believe man landed on the moon?
I assume so.
All right. So let's make it easier. Proposition is man landed on the moon, yes?
Okay, fine.
Right. Either man landed on the moon or man didn't land on the moon. Would you agree?
Yes, that's
Right. Now, whatever you believe with regards to the reality, one of them is the reality.
Sure.
Yeah? Right. So when you said, why do I need to know? If God does exist, if a creator does exist, then you do need to know about it.
Why?
Because once you know your origin, then you've got to start thinking about your destination.
Why?
Okay. I'll explain it to you. Let's just go along the lines now that I've showed you a creator exists.
I'm not trying to be confrontational.
No, you can be as confrontational as you like. I like confrontation. Okay. But if you're saying, why do I have to care what a creator says? All right. Because there's a creator that sent a messenger to warn you to recognize him, worship him and follow his guidance, or there's going to be consequences for you. So if you don't care about a hellfire that may exist, then you're right, do as you like, mate. If you don't want guidance in your life, do as you like, mate. If you think you can get through this life without any troubles and choose the right decision every time.
You jumped a bit there.
Well, I'll tell you why I didn't. Because believing in it...
troubles.
I'll explain... No, but I'll explain something. I'm talking about making decisions, making moves. Okay.
Sure.
You see, if you follow the teachings of Islam, you'll never be an alcoholic.
I don't drink.
No, I'm just giving an example. You'll never be a drug addict. You'll never be in debt to credit cards and mortgages and all of these things.
I do none of those things.
You'll be a good Muslim. You married?
No.
Have you been married?
No.
So you would have been married by now, you'd have children. Who's going to take care of you in your old age? So you're going to be a lonely old man?
Probably.
Right, and that doesn't worry you?
A little.
It should do. Because you know these carers, they're not going to care about you, mate.
I know I care for somebody, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you might show care, but there are carers who don't care about it.
There are some people that are young and that might care for me.
No.
But that's a separate issue.
There's a difference between people you think might care for you and your children to care for you.
Because
one of the fundamental,
would give a shit.
one of the fundamental teachings of Islam is that the children should take care of their parents in old age.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff there.
That's what I'm saying to you. So following that guidance, you'll be on that. So when you said, why should I care?
But I could follow that without needing to believe in a creator.
No, but the point here is this. This is not a subjective thing. We're talking about why should I believe in a creator? Well, you have a creator that knows you. This is my belief now, obviously.
That's your belief, you say?
Yeah, and I'm going to come to why I believe it, isn't it? But no, you've asked me why do I care? So I have to go there now, don't I? I have to keep going backwards.
I'm afraid you do.
I don't mind. Okay, why should you care about a creator? Because you have somebody that I believe created you and all of human beings, and I believe that creator knows man better than he knows himself. And he knows what's good for man and he knows what's bad for man. And he will guide man the right way to avoid all the pitfalls in this jungle which we call life. Yeah?
Okay.
And inshallah, when we die, then we go to a better place. That's why you should care. Now,
Yes.
what you should do then is determine whether this is true or not. Should you believe it or not? So
That's the crux.
now, if this is true, what I'm saying to you, should you care?
Uh-huh.
No, should you care if there is a hellfire? Should you care?
Yes.
Right, so that's why you should care. So what I'm going to show you now is why I believe there's a hellfire.
Yeah, that's the important bit.
Right. Well, we get there, don't worry. All right. Rewind. Okay, so where were we? Was that everything that we know begins to exist requires a cause? You concede that, yes?
Well,
Not necessarily
accept the
conceding it,
universe.
you just accept it.
Well, we don't know for certain, but yeah.
Right. Do you believe the universe began to exist?
Not necessarily.
You believe it didn't begin to exist?
We don't know.
No. Do you know? Well, we just said everything begins to exist requires a cause.
No, you did.
All right, so you just accepted that, though?
No, I didn't.
You don't believe that everything that begins to exist?
When I started to talk about things outside the universe, you didn't want me
No.
to do that.
Things we know of
but
that begin
we
to
don't
exist.
know of it. That's the
No, but the
problem.
things we
don't.
do know of.
But we don't
All right.
know.
So right now, you don't believe the universe began to exist.
We don't know.
Right. I believe the universe began to exist.
I know you do. Sorry, but
Am I? Is that?
can't say that.
All right. Okay. Well, let's make it easy now. I believe the universe began to exist. Is that an irrational position to hold?
It could be.
Prove it.
Well, you're making assumptions about time. You know what the universe.
No.
doesn't-
I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Right. So if you want to say my belief in a universe beginning to exist is delusional,
I didn't say it was delusional.
right? If it's unreasonable,
It might be.
prove it.
I don't need to prove it.
Well, it's a claim.
I don't need to.
Well, you're making the claim.
You're making the claim.
No, I'm saying my belief.
I know. Fine.
Okay, I'll make
So
it easy
have
for
a
you.
belief.
If I say,
What's that got to do with me?
because you're asking me about my belief
I know,
system.
and I'm enjoying the conversation.
Right,
so-
alhamdulillah. So I'm saying to you, if I believe the universe began to exist, listen, look, all we're trying to establish here is my belief irrational or not, yeah?
Okay, if that's what you want to do, sure.
What we're trying to establish here then?
I was just enjoying the conversation. I wasn't really establishing anything. I threw.
Okay, I'll tell you-
I threw questions at you.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, unfortunately, I'm just going to use you, all right? You don't mind, do you? Because you don't really care. But there are people watching who do care. And the people thinking like you, but actually think a little bit deeper than you, and actually do think about their old age and what's going to happen to them in their old age.
I refute that, but you carry on. I don't think they think a bit deeper than me, but you carry on.
Well, clearly they do.
In your mind.
Well, I can bring you 7 people who just embraced Islam in the last 4 weeks because of what I've just said.
Great. I'm sure there are many.
100 that denied it. That just gone to university, got educated through lectures and found out that evolution's real and basically...
So say that again. Sorry, say that again.
I'm saying I could bring you thousands of people
Right.
that have left Islam.
All right. Do you think it's easier to leave Islam or join Islam?
I would say it's a lot harder to leave it.
He left.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is that hard?
Because you've got to question everything that the book's written and
All right.
debunk it.
All right. I chose Islam.
Yeah.
You left Islam.
Yes,
Why was it harder for you than me?
because just believing is
I didn't just believe. Why did you become a Muslim? Where are you
I
from?
was born a Muslim.
Where are you from?
I'm a Turk.
You're
I was
Turkish.
born.
That's
I
the
was
same.
born. Ian. I was born a Turk. I didn't have a choice of do I join?
Ataturk did a number on your country, so I don't blame you.
No,
Go on.
I'm going to be straight with you. Ataturk did a number on a lot of people, and so did our pashas, yeah? But just because he did that does not really
No, but
change.
that can result in your-
I'm going to be straight with you. Just because he did
You're
what
Turk,
he did.
you're Turk.
Yeah. And England did a lot of things. The
You're
MI5
Turkish.
Yeah, I'm
Were you born
Turkish.
here or born in Turkey?
I was born in Turkey.
All right. So let's just establish a few things. I'm an Englishman and
Yeah.
I'm born here.
Yeah.
Right. You're a Turkish man born in Turkey.
Yeah, same
And
here.
how old was you when you left Islam?
17.
17.
Yes.
How old are you now?
47.
Subhanallah. 30 years. Okay.
Yeah, whippersnapper.
I embraced Islam when I was 27. I'm 45 this year now. Alhamdulillah.
Another
So,
whippersnapper.
so right now,
I'm asking you one thing now. I'm kind of anticipating that you went through a bit of a shitty part of your life, and then you encountered Islam.
Okay.
Do correct me if I'm wrong.
all right. I'm not a Christian. And listen.
Allow me to rephrase that question.
I know exactly your question.
As-
I'll explain
as
to
an
you.
atheist,
I'll explain it
as
to
a
you.
Christian,
I'll explain it to you.
as
I'll explain it
anything.
to you. No. Well, I'll explain why I said that. Yeah. When I